Welcome back to the Mobile Mailbox Money blog here in Las Vegas at the Wynn with Activate and Geraci LLP. Mr. Metaj here from Lima One Capital. Maybe if you could just introduce yourself quickly for the viewers that don't know you.
Love to. Yeah, my name's Aaron Metaj. I'm with Lima One. I'm the director of sales, and I've been with them for 3 years. We're a direct private lender. We're owned by MFA Financial, and we really focus on the fix and flip ground up construction, which are called RTLs, and then we also have a very competitive DSCR, which is the permanent product as well. We cover 46 states and 2 offices: Greenville, South Carolina, and Irvine, California.
Absolutely, and you're a little taller than I am, so we'll step one step this way, actually. Keep you in frame. I'll have to stand on some books next time or something. But what's a cool trend that you're currently seeing in lending? We're here today at Activate at a private lending conference.
What a great question. So, as you know, takeout rates of the primary residence rates have been high. They're around 7%. It's came in down at about mid 6s. We've been watching inflation. We've been watching, obviously, the 10-year. And it's nice. You know, the trend that I'm seeing is that we're going to be getting back to lending again. And then the takeout rates should be in the 5s, hopefully the mid 5s, with the 10-year under 4% right now. And hopefully in May, we're going to get a new Fed chairman, and he gives us some ease as well with 25 or 50 basis points, which, not a political statement, but what this administration has talked about. And that's what we need, because what we've seen is that with our fix and flip product, a lot of these investors are on the sidelines because the primary residence buyers are waiting for these rates to get into what we call a 5 handle, or in the 5. So there's a lot going on, a lot of dynamics, and we don't like things. We like things stable and comfortable, and it hasn't been that way. So, very excited to be here at Activate. Geraci Activate, and really March is the first month in lending that we get excited. I think we have some good tailwinds. So, hopefully everything comes to fruition here in the next 30 days.
I think a lot of people are waiting on the sideline for some change up with the Fed, on their heels.
Yeah.
And it's an interesting time to be a seasoned professional within that financial market. What would you have to say for the people that are kind of waiting for some big movement? How would you approach that conversation?
So we call it FOMO, fear of missing out. Okay. And I say that half jokingly in jest. So what's going to happen is that when the market hits and it gets active, right? You want to, if you're on the sidelines, you want to get started now, because what'll happen is if you wait, you're going to wait for obviously the rates to come down. But the problem is the prices are going to get too high, because you'll get back into what we had 5-7 years ago: multiple offer notification, escalation clauses, appraisal contingencies. We were paying $50,000, $75,000, $100,000 over list. So you have to time this out, right? We have a number of people on the sidelines right now. As I mentioned, our fix and flip product, which is our best product, we don't have that percentage of our pipeline that we like to normally have. We've called those investors, and they said, hey, we would like to see rates come down, our days on market a little longer. So I think everything's coming together right now in March. What I do like are the headlines, the news. They have a very positive outlook to housing, right? So does our administration. So I think everything will come together in March, and I think we're looking forward to a great year, couple of years in housing. We just had to get out of this little stall.
A lot of great points from a seasoned professional here at Activate, brought to you by Geraci LLP. If someone wanted to contact you, Aaron, or maybe look at the various products that you have, how would they go about doing that?
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, I'm at corporate, which is in the Greenville office. I also cover our Irvine, California office. So I'm in California 1 to 2 weeks a month. But, you can just hit us up on our website, or you can just, find a way to get a hold of me directly through my email or, social media. I'm LinkedIn. I'm always checking those. I get back to, everyone within 24 hours, and would love to have conversations or even do training seminars for brokers, for lender shops. We do have our TPO wholesale shop here as well. So any residential companies doing primary residence, if you're looking to diversify into our space, we do trainings for you. We have an entire vertical, a team for that. So we really have a lot of flexibility now, and we're also launching multifamily. So we have a lot going on. So I know it's a lot of words, but you can hear the enthusiasm and vigor in my voice. And that's only because, November through February, it's been a grind. I'll be very honest with you. It's been a grind. We put up our numbers, but it hasn't been easy. And we're waiting for some tailwinds and really to have fun in this business again.
Last question. We talked earlier at breakfast about raising private capital. as someone that may be a little newer in the industry, wanting to scale their business, what's a good tip that you could give in order to possibly get to that next level? What would you have to say about that?
So I raised capital 10 years ago. It's hard. I think the most important thing that you can do when raising capital is let your investors know how you're protecting their money, right? I think the most important thing, because you want to raise at a good coupon, because that coupon, and obviously you're looking for the spread, then you have to go out and deploy it. So the most important thing for a good coupon when you're talking to your investors and getting in and showing them proof of concept is to show them the checks and balances that you have when collateralizing their money, right? So you collateralize their money, is it a fix and flip, is it DSCR, is it ground up? And what are your guidelines and what are your checks and balances? Are you doing site visits on the larger loans? Like, that's just one example, but what are you doing that is going kind of in addition to the guidelines to protect their capital, to minimize, really eliminate defaults? And that's what nobody wants. And that's, I think, the most important thing you can do as you raise capital is to tell your investors, hey, we are business partners in this, and we are going to take it upon ourselves to really manage your capital to the best of our abilities.
Everyone wants a high rate of return, but I think the number one most important thing is not losing any capital. Having safety, stability, and security, and how to translate that while also making a stand-up return, is of utmost importance at the end of the day. So Aaron, appreciate having you on the channel today. That's Lima One here at Activate, Las Vegas 2026. It's February 27th. Shout out to Anthony Geraci.
Yes.
Feel free to go check out Aaron's stuff.
Yeah.
One step closer to financial freedom. What do we call that? Mobile mailbox money. Today is brought to you by Silvercrest Opportunity Fund. We appreciate you viewing here today.
Vegas runs on risk, but inside Caesar's Palace, private lending runs on structure.
So the amortization column clearly shows the balloon payment in year 5. We can structure the payout accordingly.
In these hallways, deals move quietly.
The recent changes to Reg D have significantly impacted fund formation strategies.
That's why the compliance review is essential.
I originated a note, 20 years, 50,000 principal, 621.76 monthly.
Scaling private money with Elevate.
I scale hard money operations, we elevate books, we move volume. And behind it all,
Geraci LLP.
note origination, fund formation, legal architecture that protects position, while the casino floor spins dice and stacks chips. We lock in first lien. Speculation is loud, structure is disciplined.
This secured promissory note falls under Reg D 506CK, meaning you must qualify as an accredited investor, as highlighted here.
I understand the structure.
And this monthly payment is fixed for the full 20-year term.
It is.
Elevate the room, activate the capital, deploy with intent.